Well, President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown is off to a fast start.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
Today, a federal judge took the final step in allowing the Trump administration to end TPS for more than 300,000 Haitians living here in the U.S. And that means they're likely to lose their jobs and be at risk of deportation to a country the U.S. says remains too dangerous for U.S. citizens to visit. Well, today we're learning some Haitians in Springfield are being called into ICE offices to be fitted with ankle monitors.
Haitians are being outfitted with those ankle monitors after checking in at immigration field offices in Westerville and in Blue Ash outside of Cincinnati.
We are becoming more vulnerable. We can be picked up anytime, anywhere.
Tonight, as a federal judge rules temporary protected status for Haitians is no longer in effect, many in Ohio now facing mandatory immigration check-ins.
Very uncertain about that.
Guys, Haitians in Ohio, guess what? They have received letters from ICE to wear ankle monitors. They are being monitored. Yes, some people are saying they are deporting 350. Then don't forget that the total population of Haitians in America are more than 350. So the people that are not deported, they are being monitored. Ankle monitors. Please, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button, turn on your notifications, give a like to this video, tell me your thoughts in the comment section what you think about this, because some people, I read the comments every day, some people are saying, let's say there were approximately 700 immigrants of Haitians in America that are deporting 350. The other people, are they safe? Now guess what? They are putting ankle monitors on them. They are being monitored. So they are totally not safe. Let's continue watching this clip to see.
Yeah, if they can call, they will be able to reach me out too from that number. Okay. Yes. So they have to put the ankle monitor on if they want to stay in America. And I know we've seen on TV, it's people who do crime that actually have this thing on. And I'm asking, it's dangerous for them. Because some people, we have to know, not everybody's gonna like Haitian, you know, with everything that's going on right now. And this is gonna be like, oh, there's a person with the monitor. So what if that person are already against them? It's a threat to them. They might kill them, they might shoot them, you know, it's dangerous. So, and again, why is it not a little bit more private? Put it like a, you know, like a Dexicum, you know what I mean? Like put it somewhere more private. This exposes them to danger. And why that? America, anywhere you are, they can find you. They have your phone number, they have your address. Why this? And from what we were told in there, it's within 75-mile radius from Ohio, from their address. I talked to them about, what if we have a life-threatening emergency? We have to call the case officer. Is he available 24/7? No, he's not. But this is a question for him. This person gonna reach out within 3 days. Haitian people are very compliant. So they received the letter. They were supposed to come here voluntarily. They have to find somebody to drive them to be here on time. So if you really need them, they don't need that monitor on. We are already in jail. Now she has to go see her family in Indiana. She cannot without a legal permission. This is jail. That's not fair. It's not fair. And she has diabetes. Hey, who knows what's gonna happen to her? What if she has a wound there? It's gonna take time to heal. So it's like, and she already is stressed. That thing make her even more stressful. Hey, what we're talking about here, inhuman. Well, she was crying in there. I can feel her pain. I'm Haitian, but one thing we need to know, Haitian people are great people. They are not bad people. Our country is bad, yes, But we have to know America rules Haiti. When we elect our president, if they don't like him, they said, no, this person cannot be elected because they're going to lose their interests. You know, they have many interests in Haiti. If we become a good country right now, it's not good for them. But they are doing this to us. 99.9% of all the guns from America. We do not produce guns in Haiti. So I'm telling you, and now you're trying to send them back. It's not safe. It's a level 4 for security. You're sending them back. Now, because they do not want to go because there's no life there, now you put them to jail with the ankle monitor. I think this should be removed. I don't think this is fair, really. Yeah. I'm shaking.
Yeah, we're going to give you some space here.
Les d'ici yo te force pour aller à Haïti, donc l'arrivée à Haïti qui problème qui t'a bien. The country is not safe. Okay. Yeah, and I have my asylum here pending, and I have a 5-year work permit. I just can't imagine why I should go back to Haiti while I can work here.
So she already has asylum in case? So she
asylum, yeah, she has an asylum pending, and she said she went to court on July 6th. Yeah.
Sorry, the rain's coming in. So is there anything else you'd like to say in
Ou ba
regards?
ganyen pou di, ou ba ou vle di, ou ba un message ou vle pase?
Message mwen pase. Yo get a mette ba yo not. Yeah, I'm getting double I'm fair.
I don't have much to say. I'm already in jail, and they put monitor in my ankle. So.
Could you spell her name again?
Sony Prenice, Prenice.
I want y'all to hear me. Haitians in Springfield, Ohio are now being required to wear ankle monitors. Yes, ankle monitors, so ICE can track them. We all know the temporary protection status for Haitians ended, I think, last week, and a lot of them have been scared. Well, ICE is now ramping up on them, and they're starting in Springfield, Ohio, requiring them to show up at the ICE office in Blue Ash, Ohio. Community advocates said more than a dozen Haitians were required to wear an ankle monitor when they left that facility. They were also given future immigration court dates like 30 days out. Those ankle monitors are also for tracking. Haitians that have those ankle monitors, they're not allowed to go 75 miles outside of their home. So if they go past 75 miles of their residence, they will be picked up. This is what they're calling an ICE alternative detention. And if they have to travel 75 miles from their home, they need permission. Now, failing to follow these rules or not showing up to your court date will either get you deported or put in ICE detention for real. But doesn't this shit sound familiar? Given the tattoo on the arm. If I'm correct, Palestinians had to do the same fucking thing. Slaves didn't even need a number. You just needed to be black. Sometimes your papers didn't even fucking matter. We all know what's going on. This administration and Wigs R Us wants to make America as white as possible. Can't get rid of us, so they're going after Haitians and anyone else that falls under our black umbrella. I guarantee if these people were German, Russian, European, or even Jewish, they wouldn't be going through this shit. Make America great again is just code for make America white again. To all my Haitians, please keep your head up. And remember, this man won't be in office for long. We will take midterms back. And hopefully in 2028, whoever's in office, which will be a Democrat, will give you guys permanent status. So this shit won't happen again.
So these shackles that ICE has been putting on Haitian immigrants in Ohio, former TPS holders, is new in their immigrant dehumanization playbook. Up until this point, it's been kidnappings, murder, which have not been restricted to just immigrants, as we all know, and deportations, like shackling people in planes and either taking them back to their home country or trafficking them to a third country removal that signed an agreement with the U.S. to take in these people who are not their nationals. These people have no connection to these countries. Up until this point, that's what it's been, right? Now they've introduced something new in Ohio, which, by the way, is where Trump famously and infamously said that Haitians were eating dogs and eating pets. They are shackling them in place, giving them ankle monitors so that they can track them I suppose. Haitians in Ohio who had TPS were getting letters for the past 2 weeks from the Department of Homeland Security telling them to come do a check-in. And some people have gone in, and some of them have come out wearing ankle monitors. So as everyone knows, or if you don't know, TPS for Haitians and Syrians, who I have not been hearing a whole lot about, TPS ended on Monday, July 27th. And so now these people cannot work anymore, cannot drive anymore, cannot lead the lives that they have been leading. They have been forced to become undocumented through this forced expiration of TPS. And now, instead of removing them like they've been dreaming about, at the very least in Ohio, they're giving them ankle monitors instead. And they have the planes for removal. I went to this website. According to Jillian Brockle, who I found when I was looking into this, she tracks ICE flights. There were at least 288 ICE flights and 38 removals between Sunday, July 26th and Wednesday, July 29th. So in the course of 3 days, 288 ICE flights and 38 removals. So they got the planes, but instead of using them to send these former TPS holders back to Haiti, or God forbid, to a third country, they are outfitting them with ankle monitors. She has an article about what happens to the immigrants who are sent to these third countries. And I'm going to read that after I make this video, because in my mind, what happens to them is that they are sold into either, prison slavery or sex slavery. It's human trafficking. These people have no connection to these countries, whether it's in Africa or Asia or whatever. They have no connection. They don't know anybody there. They likely don't speak the language, even though in some of them the language is English, but don't speak the language. It's not like they're going to get there and start the immigration process in this country. Do I believe that that's what these countries' leaders have in store for them? No. And so that's where my mind is. So I'm let me read what she's found so that I can be grounded in reality. But my mind goes to the darkest place. And my mind is going to the darkest place with this baffling development. So one woman told the Cincinnati Enquirer that she went to do the check-in, and the ICE officer offered her a choice. Either wear the ankle monitor or take $2,600 and go back to Haiti. That's not a real choice. TPS holders are here because, first of all, after the earthquake happened, and then Haiti, especially Port-au-Prince, descended into further instability. So they are facing instability in the form of violence, in the form of kidnappings, rape, murder. And you think $2,600 makes up for that and, would be enticing for this woman or anybody else to go back. Some people may take it and some people may not. And so they got an opportunity legally to leave that, spare their lives, and come here where it's comparatively a hell of a lot more stable and rebuild their lives here and have been here for years. And you think $2,600 makes up for throwing them, for destabilizing them. It's not a real choice. They know that these TPS holders are desperate, and so they're shackling them. These ankle monitors now make them very visible in their community, almost like a scarlet letter, marks them as outcasts, even though, I'm sure their community loves them and stuff like that, but it marks them as outcasts, it marks them as different, and it puts a target on their back for anyone who wants to take aim. So this woman chose the ankle monitor, and so she can't go outside of a 75-mile radius. If she wants to go outside of a 75-mile radius, she has to first call ICE for permission. What happens if someone goes outside of their allotted radius? And that's where I get into what is the purpose. I think the purpose of this is to further criminalize these Haitians, to hopefully add to the prison labor in Ohio. Yeah, because nothing else makes sense. You wanted to be able to deport them. The Supreme Court backed you up. You got your wish. TPS expired. There is no hold in the courts or anything like that. TPS has expired. And instead of expeditiously removing these folks, you have instead put ankle monitors on them. So now they can't work, they can't drive, they can't lead their lives. Their quality of life is going to degrade. And furthermore, now they're being surveilled by the federal government. And so I'm imagining someone accidentally steps outside of their allotted radius. What do you think is going to happen? They are then going to deport them, or are they going to send them to prison? I think considering this setup, prison is more likely. So Kevin from Here's Why Kevin is going to go to Ohio this week to talk to the Haitian community and families there about this latest development and find out what the hell is going on. I am so curious. I can't wait to read his reporting and get his updates, because I'm very curious about what people are being told about the do's and don'ts of this whole ankle monitor thing. Of course, ICE cannot be reached for comment. They don't have to explain themselves to the public. But I'm very curious about what people are being told. Munyo, ou recevoir let, ou konote gen CPS, ou recevoir let, pa repon yo, pa ale oken kote. And so my question, in addition to the consequence of this, is what state is looking at this and being like, oh, our ICE office should be, or not even what state, because it doesn't sound like the governor of Ohio had any idea about this, but what ICE office in another state with, a high Haitian population is looking at this and being like, oh, we should also put ankle monitors on the former TPS holders in this state.
Pop quiz. What happens to the first black nation that takes their independence? They're punished for the next 200 years. The Haitian Revolution ended 222 years ago, where the people of Haiti took their independence away from the French. And then for the next 200 years, the United States and France punished the people of Haiti by extorting them of billions of dollars, their infrastructure, and their freedom. That punishment is still happening in 2026, just in different forms. There are 350,000 Haitians living in the United States currently under a program called TPS, which I've talked about before. TPS literally exists to protect people from countries experiencing humanitarian crisis, war, or natural disaster. Haiti qualifies for TPS, and because of that, there are currently 350,000 Haitians living in America right now. The Trump administration is moving to end that program. No real reason other than racism and xenophobia. We now have Haitian people in Ohio that are being called to ambush appointments with the Department of Homeland Security for check-ins, where they're leaving these check-ins with ankle monitors on.
And security now putting ankle bracelets on immigrants who have lived and worked in this country legally for years. People who have what is called temporary protective status. We're talking about Haitians and Syrians, many of whom say being sent back home is tantamount to a death sentence. Anxiety levels are rising. Critics say their clients are being treated like criminals, and many now live in fear.
Donald Trump told us what he really thought about Haitian people when he said they were eating the dogs. But if you think that this is going to stop with Haitian people, and if this is going to stop in Ohio...
This reminds me of slavery. That's what they did with slaves. If you go to any place, you will see historically slaves were shackled. This is shackling. This is modern day shackling. And when I saw the ankle bracelet, I said, this is how slaves felt. And we're making human beings feel like animals. We're making them feel like modern day slavery in America.
But girl, this is what you guys demanded. You said the ICE facilities, the holding facilities, were inhumane. So the solution to that would be what? You want us just to send them back home and not detain them and not give them due process? Or do you want another solution where they can go to their houses? They may have to be tracked, but for you to make a parallel between slaves and having to wear an ankle monitor is absolutely asinine, considering the people wearing the ankle monitor can just go home whenever they want, and they're not being forced to work. They're not being forced to do anything they don't want to do. They're willingly putting on that ankle monitor so that they can get their due process that you also demanded. and be sent back home or stay in this country. That's what you asked for. See, I think the thing is you leftists and liberals will never be happy no matter what they do. They can give you an inch and you're going to take a mile. I say we stop bending to your will, because this just proves right here that you are never going to be satisfied. And we just do what we want to do, to deport them, stop listening to your insanity. And if someone has a problem with that, oh well, this is what we voted for. And if you don't like it, maybe invite them to come live in your house. Maybe you could take them all in. And until you...
Haitians in Springfield, Ohio are being fitted with ankle monitors. They're being sent letters to go to the field office for an in-person check-in and bring any and all immigration documents. Some are returning with ankle monitors and being told to come back next month. We're not exactly sure how many, but it's at least 15. There are no planned ICE operations, according to Governor DeWine. Haitians have had temporary protected status in this country since 2010. These are the same Haitians that lost temporary protected status back in June because of the Supreme Court. The same Haitians that Trump spread blood libel about them eating cats and dogs in 2024 to win the election. Do I have to say it again? Have you been paying attention? Those of you who are know exactly what I'm about to say. This is reminiscent of the Yellow Stars. And for those of you who haven't been paying attention, just remember that poem about the hangman coming to town and who he took last. I try to find news stories that you may have missed during the day, so make sure to follow for more and leave a comment, share with friends. Let's get the word out about this.
Some people are saying the same Haitians that voted Haitians for Trump are now monitored. What do you think about this? Because do you think these people that are monitored should go back to their country? They should self-deport themselves? Or they should remain in Ohio and receive this treatment? So they either have three options. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this. Because the remaining Haitian people in America, they are not free. They are not 100% free. As I said, the Haitian people need our prayers, guys. Irrespective of everything, they need our prayer. Please, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button again, please. And turn on your notification. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section what you think about this. What should the remaining Haitian people do? Should they self-deport? Or should they remain and receive the treatment they are receiving now? They are wearing anklets, monitors. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye for now.